of last week, Wednesday, the day before, my wife did use the D word. Kind of devastating. Wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
Also, at the same time, a few days before, I realized I was an alcoholic. So I'm going through both of those struggles, as well as losing a job here in the next month and a half. So a lot of stressors, a lot of pain, a lot of things going on. I actually am a men's coach, life coach. So it's actually me coming in here to come in and hear from other people and hear what they're going through from the wife and husband perspective. Been through a lot.
Oh, you muted, Kevin.
Sorry, yeah, it muted me automatically.
Great.
Falling back, being complacent a lot throughout life, and pretty much didn't focus on the wife as much as I should, or on myself. I've been a big time growth person myself, actually, so I do a lot of it, but it's more focused on work related things and not family and home related things. So I'm here to kind of get the other part of the wheel of life working in the right direction. So
nice. Welcome here. Really great. Hope you can get some emotional work in tonight. This is the place for it, where you can do some bullet pulling, release some of those emotions that are driving those behaviors. Welcome. Anyone else?
My name is Donald Cipher. My wife and I have been together for 12 years. We have 10 children that we've acquired over the years through adoption and different things like that. I realized that I've been focused more on work and everything else, and every time my wife has tried to talk to me, I've taken that, well, I don't have time for this, I need to go to work, and mentality, and pretty much just shutting her down. So she's separating from me at this moment, and I'm just here to do the work and be the better man that I need to be.
Yeah, great. Becoming the man that she'd be crazy to live without, as they say here. Very good. Thank you and welcome. Thank you for sharing that. Is there anyone else who wanted to chime in and introduce themselves?
Hey, my name is Matt Cram. I've been around for 2.5 weeks or so. I was connected with Dr. Welton before his crash many years ago, and I had a similar crash. I used to work in kind of like anti-trafficking work, actually, and got really into it and neglected my wife and kids, and then I got sick, and then continued to neglect them and got into some bad behaviors and got the slap. So Dr. Welton, his testimony was pushed me after being in a bunch of other programs over the years, probably about 5 years at least of different programs. Finally bit the bullet and invested in this one, and trusting that it's what will help me. So
awesome. Investing in yourself, probably the best money we'll ever spend. The dividends will pay off. We do the work, we get the results here. Well done. Thank you for coming on the call and sharing that. Really, really great. Really powerful introductions here, men. Anyone else that would like to introduce themselves here? We have quite a lot of new guys. This is awesome.
I'll go and introduce myself.
Hey, Jake.
I'm Stefan Gonzalez. I started the program less than a week ago.
Okay. Hi.
And yes, sir. Hi. Got the slap right before Christmas, and sorry, just 1 second here. Somebody else can go. I'm getting another call here.
Okay. There was a Jake that unmuted. Dabney. Hi, Jake.
I'm Jake Dabney. This is my first call I've been able to attend. I work nights in the oil field, but similar. Had a slap right before Christmas time. It was brought on by me being pretty foolish, drinking and driving. By the grace of God, nothing happened with that. No ticket, anything. But definitely have repeated some foolish behaviors, scared her into the slap. I'm definitely really grateful for the material so far and the chance to learn from other men that are experiencing similar things. Already just practicing the approach and what I've learned from the first several modules, I'm seeing some great results, mostly in my ability to keep my emotions in check, which has been a problem for me. But it's to become the bull is a really powerful analogy for me, and I'm able to keep that picture in my head, and it helps me to not react inside myself whenever she continues to give me a few more micro slaps every day.
Yeah.
But working through it. Thank you.
Wow. Really great. You brought up a few things here. You say you work nights. Are you at work now, or
I am.
what's okay? Like, so are you in a place where you can do emotional work?
Absolutely. It's
Wow.
we're gonna drill and rig, and
Mhm.
I work through the night, and then I have the day to myself. I've been doing a lot of the journaling on my own, even in between surveys, which is I'm supposed to take a bunch of surveys and down hole activities.
Okay.
So, short answer, yes.
Great. And you mentioned it was a exercise so far in being able to deal with emotions responsibly, right? To not show that anger to your wife.
Yes.
Right. And this is your first bullet pulling call, right?
It is.
Awesome. So when we go through the bullet pulls, this is a place where we also deal responsibly with emotions, but in a different way. It is a time to express all those emotions. So giving yourself the permission to actually go to those places that have been scary for your wife, scary for others, that you've had to suppress in public and around others. This is the path for that tonight, man. And so if you are in a place, and I encourage everybody here on the call tonight to get into a space where you can let go and give yourself that permission. Well done. Thanks for introducing yourself. Have a great call. Okay. Anyone else before we move to the next phase of the intro here?
Sorry, I can go ahead and finish
Okay.
up my intro.
Oh, you're back, Stefan. Hey. Okay. Please.
Sorry about that.
Continue.
Had a work call.
Sure.
Anyway, I started the program less than a week ago. The last 24 hours has been really, really emotional for me. I definitely have some bullets. So really excited to get started on this first bullet pulling call. I was in the implementation call a couple days ago, and that was really cool. Just really excited to get the program and get to work on myself, because
Awesome.
definitely been a piece of shit.
Okay. That is really great that you shed a light on that. And these are exactly the types of judgments that we are here to deal with tonight. So good on you. You're right in the spirit of it. Thank you for sharing that. I can certainly see there's a lot of hurt there. Okay. Anyone else? Don't want to leave anybody behind who wanted to introduce. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So before we get going, there's a few things left to do here. The housekeeping is to please keep yourself muted unless you're asked by an inspector to do otherwise. Strongly recommended not to chat up the chat, but go ahead and put your number and connect with men there by putting your number. But refrain from messaging the inspector or the man who's being inspected. It causes a distraction. When you're asked to unmute or to use the chat, you can go ahead and collectively unmute. Sometimes an inspector will ask you to scream out, unmute, and just let it rip. And that's when you give yourself permission. You go ahead and do that. This is what it's all about. And The intent is here for everybody to do their own emotional work. So when you are going to hear a man go to the depths of his feelings, into this deep part of his soul, you're also invited to go there as well, along with him. And we aren't here to intellectually understand how this all works. It's an emotional process. We got into this situation because of emotions, and it's an emotional process that's going to get us out. And we are going to practice here. Keyword is practice. Building that muscle. This is where it starts, men. So don't be shy or ashamed of anything that comes up for you. This is the point here. When expressing anger, pain, it can help if you're having difficulty, and it happens, to think of, hey, what would a wounded animal sound like here? Or if you were a caveman and didn't have language really, or words. Sometimes expression, well, most of the time, expressions, nonverbal is the most powerful way. Without words, just sounds. The point here is to feel and think the least amount that you can. It's all experiential in nature. In other words, this is your own experience, your emotions. You feel your feelings and really go into those. And give yourself the permission right now. Just say to yourself out loud, and if you want, yeah, let's do it. Let's unmute and say, I give myself permission to go there. Okay, so everyone just go ahead and unmute. Give yourself permission. Declare it now to everybody.
I give myself permission to go there.
Right on, man.
Give myself permission to go
You're
there.
giving yourself permission. We now have permission to go there. Good job, man. Thank you. Go ahead and mute up. So now, along with that, all of the screaming, punching, grieving, crying, or just quietly going into it, however it works for you, pull your bullet alongside the man being inspected. Really go there. And, you know, over 90% of men, it's the anger that goes there to protect that hurt. So release that. That's all we expect, is some sort of emotional release. We're here to feel these feelings, release that emotion, everything and anything that comes up. Sad, pain, joy, love, connection, rage, full spectrum. Surrender to it, let it go. If you have some fear around these emotions or shame, acknowledge that. Maybe it wasn't safe to express. Acknowledge that part of yourself and then allow yourself to open up and let it pass through you. Even if you don't get to the bottom of a bullet, or the slug as we call it, even peeling a layer or two is a great victory. Just being on the call is a victory for some. So go ahead, be responsible, get yourself into that physical space where you can be irresponsible. Get some pillows around you. Maybe you're in your car or truck, you use the back seat, or just hit the console but don't break anything. Empty parking lot, drive out into the middle of nowhere, whatever it takes so that you can go and not be disturbed. Just don't show the anger to your family. That's all we ask here. We're here to support each other. There is no judgment. All right, now the structure of the call. Yes, we have 3 inspectors here tonight, and we're going to do as many calls as we go through. So I encourage you, when you get called to be inspected, just go right into it. Just go there. The greatest expression will be of your emotions here tonight. All right? You're encouraged to just let her rip. All right? And we will go off the intro. I think we're going to start up with Wally, then myself, then Sean. We have Nick in the background helping on the back end. Occasionally, maybe we might have another guest inspector jump in. Who knows? It's really open tonight. But other than that, only the inspecting coach and the man being inspected should be unmuted unless the group is asked to unmute. So again, just a quick check here. Anyone doesn't have their full VIP Zoom name? Doing a quick check. Looks good.
Looks pretty good, Kev.
Thank you, Nick. Let's take a minute now to arrive and set our intention before I ask Wally to call out a man to be inspected. I invite you to close your eyes and just welcome yourself here. Really give yourself some gratitude. And the little boy inside you that is hurting here. What courage it must take for him to come here and help you out. Really look to him here for your guidance. Just see yourself in an endless space. Stars are around you. Nothing else exists. Just you. Notice how there is a light inside you. Clear white shining. You are that light. The fire inside you produces it. Now just breathe into your body, down to that light, and stoke that fire within you. It gets brighter. And in the distance you see another flame. It's a campfire. Just focus on that campfire and begin to approach it in your mind's eye. Take a seat next to it on a log there. And you can see other lights around the fire. On your left and the right, all the way around. These are the other men sitting beside you, joining here tonight. We are all wishing each other well on our journeys. Feel their lights, the warmth of the fire, and feel the welcoming presence and acceptance here of all the men around you. They are just like you. Wish each other well here. And the fire in the center begins to burn brighter as this energy grows and these connections are made between us all. This fire burns everything that we need it to. Any trauma, pain, hurt, the self-judgments that we heard earlier, these false beliefs and the lies. What comes up for you here? What is the belief you have around yourself? Or what did you believe someone told you about you? Yeah. Now we're going to have a minute here for everybody to go ahead and unmute and to take all these judgments and throw them into this big, massive fire. The brighter the fire, the brighter your light to do the emotional work, men. So let's build this fire up for the men going to be inspected tonight. Let's go ahead and pull up all of those hurts that we are bringing here. The stuff we intended, the stuff that is no longer serving us and has to go. Go ahead on the count of 3 and unmute and just let it go. Express it in whatever way you need to. 1, 2, 3. Okay, man, unmute and let it go. Let's hear it.
Not good enough.
Yeah, man, keep going.
Unworthy.
Let's hear it, man.
Not worthy.
That's right. That's right. Awesome. This is the stuff. Thank you, men. Oh, that fire is really burning bright. we've got it set for you, Wally. Please
Awesome job, Kevin.
take it from here.
Thank you, Kevin. So I'm going to call up the first man with hands up, and that's Mr. Brian Harris. Are you there?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, get into it.